So Brian Lima and his Samoan squad have all touched down in Cape Town, ready to go for the Sevens World Cup. But we will be looking through at the squad and also the upcoming fixtures that we can expect for Samoa in this World Cup. Now let's get straight into it. So Samoa, they have only got the one change, I believe, from what we saw in the last leg, which was the LA Sevens. With Samoa, they did alright, once again finishing 4th, but they do want to finish higher in the Sevens World Cup, although they've got a tricky path of doing so. They don't get a guaranteed round of 16 game. They do have to first take on an opposition. So first of all, we will look through at the squad. It is going to be Milani Matavao, Va'apilo Maleko, and then also Valvasa Afasua. So the 3 men who have been co-captains throughout the whole of the season will remain for the Cape Town Sevens World Cup. Then looking through at the rest of the squad, Paul Eti Slater, he wasn't actually in the team for the last leg of the LA Sevens. I believe that is due to a few injuries that we have seen for Samoa as of late, so that means that he makes his way into the Samoan side. Then it is Nueli Letufia, also Motu Opitai, Owen Nui, and Paul Scanlon. So some very dangerous players in that group of 5 individuals. I'm looking forward to seeing what Paul Scanlon can do, as in the LA Sevens he did look like one of the standouts for Samoa, and also throughout the whole year he has been extremely solid when he needs to step up in games, certainly knows how to, and these games in the Sevens World Cup, definitely those early matches. The thing is, if you don't win your first 2 games, there is no chance of being able to get a podium finish, so they do need 2 very impressive performances, and as you'll find out very soon, they do not have easy games trying to build up to those quarterfinals. But then the last 5 names, Steve on his side been brilliant for Samoa for a long time now. Yuna Sioni, Levi Milford, Haunuu, Naulivaya, and then also Malu Latero. So another new name added in for Samoa. So a couple changes from what we did see for LA. I believe they did bring a couple of extra men to Los Angeles just in case. And that was probably a very strategic move, as they have had those couple injuries like I mentioned. So looking through at those 5 players, I think Yuna Sioni is going to be very dangerous. Steve Onisai as well. Those 2 work together brilliantly. And if you combine them with the likes of a Milani Matavao, a Va'apilo Maleko, there's going to be some dangerous plays for Samoa if they can get it right. And they did get it right early on in the competition for LA. Hopefully they can do the same for the Cape Town Sevens. But now looking through at their fixtures that we do see for Samoa heading into Cape Town. So first of all, they have got a Friday night fixture. It is the pre-round of 16, and it is going to be up against Uganda. That will be at 7:29 PM New Zealand time on the Friday night. And Uganda are not an easy beat. We did see Australia draw with them relatively recently in the Commonwealth Games. So Samoa cannot take Uganda lightly. Similar to Kenya, they've got some huge players with a ton of pace, and Samoa do need to shut that down early, try and find that offloading game and break their way through the Ugandans. But then if they win that game, it doesn't get any easier. They go on and they have to face off with the USA in the round of 16, and we know how many sides in the past the USA have been able to beat, although they didn't do as well for the Los Angeles Sevens as a lot of people expected, with it being a home leg of the Sevens circuit. But they are still a very dangerous side. They've had a few injuries of their own, which may benefit Samoa to an extent, but that will be the winner of Samoa versus Uganda. Go on to face USA at 1:39 AM New Zealand time on the Saturday morning. Now Samoa end up losing to Uganda. They will be going on instead to face off on Saturday night 6:59 PM. They will be facing the loser of Wales versus South Korea. So they will be facing South Korea, is the best way of putting that one. As it would be an absolutely incredible upset if South Korea were able to get themselves to win, although they're not terrible when it comes to the rugby, and of course anything can happen in a game of sevens. We have learnt that many times over. So that is that game for the first game loser, and then if Samoa end up losing to the USA in their second game, they will be facing off against the loser of the round of 16 match 6, and then that is going to be at 10:15 PM New Zealand time on the Saturday. So it is quite a confusing competition the way that it's laid out, but throughout the whole competition we will be keeping you updated on how these teams are doing, and also our watch along live streams for all of the matches throughout the competition. Nonetheless, I think that is almost going to be the end of this video. Just a short little summary of what to expect from Samoa when their games are taking place, who they're going to be playing, and what type of squad they have heading into it. But Brian Lima, he'll be fired up. He's played plenty of sevens matches, played plenty of international matches for Samoa. He knows what this side can do, and now it's all about putting it all together out on the field and making the most of a World Cup opportunity. But thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Be sure to check out those live streams as well. Thank you all very much for tuning in, and I will see you all for the next one.